Hi friends, this is Kris with Josephine's Designs. I am back with our setup for our November and our gratitude journals. So, I hope you guys are having a great day. I apologize for this weekend. We just had a crazy weekend. So, between internet cutting in and out, slow speed, I had noticed last week that it was taking hours to upload internet. And I'm sorry, I've got people wandering around here, so it's going to be a little noisy. But it was taking hours just to upload a short video. So we're going to see what happens. I had planned to just film basically live on Friday. And then again on Saturday when I thought I'd make this up, and of course I couldn't do it. So anyways, Friday's normally going to be our Bible journaling day. So what I thought I'd do today is I'd come back, we'd set our gratitude journal, or however you want to go about it. This is your pick. You can do your memory keeping planner, your day-to-day planner, faith journaling, and or your gratitude. But I've got a couple of ideas, and then I'm going to come back with the second part where I'm going to talk about Bible journaling. I'm going to talk about what our goal is in November for our 30 days of gratitude. And we're already on day, oh goodness, what day are we on? The 4th. So we're going to look catch up, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. I hope you guys are okay with that. So I have pulled out Mod Podge, which is that MP if you have the kits. If you don't, you can get it at Dollar Tree. Also, I got the glitter glue. I pulled out the gold. We might use it, we might not. I'm just going to pull things out that you can do and give suggestions. Also, the tape that is a pop-up tape, and I took the sticker off of one of my thingies, and I didn't take it off of that. There we go. And then I also have this. I want to show you some ideas on what to do with this really nice mesh ribbon. I love this. I love that gold. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's so pretty. Anyways, okay. So you have, if you got the kits, so I'm going to scoot some of this over. We'll get back to it. You ended up with 2. So I'm going to set mine up and share with you. First off, I want to say, and so I've pulled out the feathers, the sunflower, the little vintage cover. So one of them we're going to do with kind of the bits and pieces, and one of them we're going to do with the little vintage little card. There we go. It's part of a banner thing. Anyway, so I just wanted you to see. So everybody got their kits, and they were not rounded. I am so sorry. I think this is a great opportunity for me to show you how to round it, but it's also to show you that the pages do fit on the journal and you don't have to round it. I like rounded pages. I like rounded pictures in my albums. It's just a habit I have. And when I thought about it later, I thought, okay, God, maybe you need me to change a little just so we could do something new. There we go. So I also want to show you that if you were to get one of these journals, what do? So all I can say is I have preset on all of on my big trimmer. I have a big Fiskars, just a massive, it's a big trimmer. And, one of those never dulls type trimmer. You don't have to replace the blades. I've had it for I don't know how many years, but I love it. So I just pre-cut and have this pre-measured on my trimmer, and then I have these ready to go for you guys. Now, I always tell you guys, I fold them to fit them in, but I always give you a little extra room. So you can then come back, slice down the middle, and make a pin holder. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get started. I'll stop in the middle, cut my pin holder, and then I'll show you. And you can do it one of 2 ways. I'll show you. Since we have 2 different covers to put on. So you'll have to forgive me. My eyes cannot see what I've been looking at. And I've been up since the wee hours waiting for my husband to get up, who is as slow as Moses. And I mean it. And not a morning guy, clearly. And I was never a morning person, so I totally get it. I was always a late night person, but I tend to be that woman that's the last one to bed at night and the first one awake in the morning. Mainly, genuinely because of pain. So I'm going to just pull this piece off. If you don't have a short piece, what you can do is you can literally take the big piece or the all-in-one piece and start from there. And the reason why I have that is because it just happened to be the way it cut that day. And most likely, y'all's is all cut similarly if you have the kit, but it may not be. So it's okay. I'm just going to show you what we can do. So the first thing I do is I just line it up. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, I'm going to get it right. And I'm just going to semi-center it. And that's that. Now, if you want your journal to stay with the square, cut the corners off on your page and go with that. Seriously, it's no big deal. It does not hurt my feelings at all. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut the size of, or the length of the book. And you can do it with or without. And I probably didn't get that quite right. I'm going to cut it down because I don't want it as wide. I just want it wide enough to clip my little pin in, because we all got the, you know, in honor of breast cancer awareness, to honor, you know, to remember those. And what I'm going to do, and I should have maybe done this a little different, but that's okay. I'm just going to come back in on that fold and add this in. All right, now I'm a little bit short, no big deal. Let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to clip a little bit more. It doesn't matter, guys. Nobody's going to see this part. It's just you and I. Shh, don't put it in, okay? All right. And then just come back in and lay it in. It's not a big deal. Don't worry if you make a mistake. It's all good. Please never worry. It's all good. I want you guys to understand this is your journal. How you choose to do it is your decision. For me, this is what works for me, because I don't know about you. It doesn't matter how many pen holders I have in my house. I never have a pen when I need one. So, all right, I can toss that. I don't need that anymore. And I'm going to start again on this edge to my best of my ability. And then that's it. So, if any of you are wondering, I did go see, I don't know how many doctor's appointments last week. There's a lot being scheduled. As far as iron and things like that, I've been asked, evidently insurance, if your blood iron level is at a certain point, then you cannot have another iron transfusion for 3 months. In theory, it takes 3 months to get the iron transfusion going. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take off this. I don't like the ends of these because, you know, they were just Walmart garland. So, but the doctor said, he said, I can look at all your other numbers that insurance won't look at, and I can see you are definitely low. And so he didn't schedule it. What he'll do, which is very responsible, because in theory it takes 3 months for your body to go ahead and absorb and kind of, you know, respond to it. I'm going to keep this one for the second one. That way I don't have to cut one. But it just is what it is right now. I can only do what insurance will allow. And so if he said we need to wait, you know, till 3 months is up. So in theory, I go back in the beginning of December. Most likely, if I keep feeling badly, I will call back and I will go in what am I trying to say? During November, the end of November. I just have a lot of, when he began hearing what was scheduled, he was like, oh no, we got to have your iron back up for that. We got to have your iron back up for this. There's just so many medical things going on right now. And so if you've got one of the wider ones, you can cut this in half and it just makes it last a little longer. So, but anyway, so thank you for asking, those that are asking. God's in control. It is starting to wear pretty heavily, just because the amount of testing. Last week I had 1 or 2 tests. I had 2 doctor's appointments, and every test takes a full day. Every doctor's appointment takes a full day. There's nothing close by. I have to go to other towns. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it there. And my husband is there, and his portion of this is, he's a husband who watched a lot of mistakes and just is fighting mad all the time. So, you know, thank goodness the last doctor we saw in lieu of all of this was very kind, and we really liked him. Like, he would be a guy we'd go out to eat dinner with. He was just that kind of nice guy. And it was just, and I may be going overboard here, but because it's a cover, I want it to be covered well. But he was very, very kind and very, very nice and very patient in light of the person that was with me. So anyways, we're just trying to do our best right now. And by the evenings, I am completely gone. I cannot do anything at night at all. And then just so you know, we had kind of a family thing kind of come up, and a bit of an emergency. Everything was fine. Nobody was sick. Nobody was hurt. But it just, I can't, I don't have the ability right now to endure those kinds of things. And I was literally curled up like a ball yesterday in here in my chair, asleep, because it is just too exhausting. And you know, you get to a point where you have to start recognizing, what can I do, what can I not do? I can't do those things anymore. And people have to recognize that's my limit. My body physically cannot keep up. And the number one thing I have to avoid right now is stress. So, because I am still on healing mode. Supposedly. Anyways. But we did get in with another doctor that took days of phone calls. And so I have another gastro lined up. I see which I don't care for PAs, but, and I'm sorry, if you're a PA, please forgive me. I have had some of the worst experience with PAs in many ways. And, yeah. So, I hear this PA is really good though. And the goal is right now to get in and get the endoscopy and the endoscopy scheduled. And I'm just going to go there. There's other stuff that'll be done. But I just think at this point, there'll be a colonoscopy. There'll be, yeah. But the point right now is to get in here and to see, I should have cut that in half, sorry guys, to see if there's been healing, if it's not healing, what's going on. And is there foul play? You know, is there something we need to address? And so that's kind of what's been going on. For those of you who were so sweet and checked on me, I really appreciate it. We're fine. We're just making our way through all this. And we have a lot of next steps as to what we do next, as far as, you know, because people want money for some procedures that maybe didn't go well. And so we have to determine how far we want to pursue that. And yeah, so, you know, everybody's got an opinion. But it just is what it is, you know. And it was all emergent, and it was all, you know, so, you know. But I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you guys for asking. I am fine. I kind of wanted to leave that wrinkle, but since it'll be underneath, it's not going to show, so I'm going to unwrinkle that one. But I have gotten my kitchen much better under control. It's not 100% there. It won't be for a while. I have to have help with part of it because it's either too high or too this or too that. I don't have a chair in there. So I literally took my shower chair in there the other day, which was too heavy to carry. And I realized that, and so I then turned around and ordered me from a gift from somebody else that sent. I just decided that I was going to order a step stool, and I am very grateful. It'll be here in the next couple of weeks, and with the step stool, it has a chair that you can sit at and like work at the kitchen counter and things like that, and or just have a place to go sit down. And I know the first question you're going to say is, with your bad knee, are you going to be going up that step stool? Probably not. Probably not. So, but when I get my knee fixed, I can. So, and I come from a long line of people who aren't exactly steady on their feet. My grandmother, God bless her, the Josephine of Josephine's Designs, that this channel is named for, she broke many a bone falling. So, and severely falling. So, I always just say it's genetic. It's just genetic. So, but I'm trying to find solutions that look nice, but that help me be able to do what I need to do. And, yeah, I mean, and the other day when I ran errands, I used one of those wheelchair carts. I actually went into a store. It was so nice. I knew I couldn't make it. It was one of the big box stores. I knew I couldn't make it if I didn't have help. Of course, I used my cane to get in. And, you know, I just physically wear out. And then I'm totally exhausted. And my daughter was home and helped me bring the things in because I was shot. There was no, and she just happened to be home early that day. What a blessing. So I'm learning, you know, what I can and cannot do, what I should and should not do. You know, until the incision heals, and yes, it's been months. I can't go and rehab in a pool. I'm doing my PT stuff here, and yeah, I mean, that's the best I can do right now. And so, you know, when we're in these situations, guys, we just have to trust God, and we have to be grateful and thankful for what we do have. That I can drive is wonderful after a summer of not driving but a golf cart. How nice was that? I mean, you know, and to get out and breathe other air and things like that. So this week, like I said, I go up to see a gastro, and I also switched from a man to a woman, which was very important. My wonderful gastro of all those years was a man, but he was distantly related in family, and he was like my dad's age, and there's a difference there. And anyways, and I'm hoping that this particular gastro has some other specialties, and I'm kind of hoping she can help with a myriad of things, my husband and I. I don't know if that's going to happen, but how quick and easy was that? That was easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now, you have 2 of these little darling little sunflowers, and I just thought, guys, it's raining, I think. I don't know. I just thought it could just stick right in here. Now, I'm not going to put this on until the end of the whole month because it's paper, it will run. This is cloth, so it's okay. Now, you also, if you didn't like the leaves, you could also do the feathers. And I just wanted you guys to see that. So, all right, you guys, I've got book number 1 done. And then you can also just come back with your scissors and just easily trim that. Okay, I'm not going to do all 4, but you can see it's pretty easy. There's nothing hard about it. And I don't want you to think, you know, oh, you messed up and you've ruined my book. No, I mean, just find a way. Now, one of the things I will do is I will come back and put at the end of the month, because I don't want gold glitter everywhere, I will touch all this with gold glitter. And then when I put it up on my shelf, it'll look pretty, but I'll do that with y'all. So I wanted to share that. Okay, now let's get the other one done. And then we will set up our month, and then we will, I'll come back for the part 2, and we will talk about what's the plan. What's the plan for the 30 days of gratitude. And I hope you guys have already started your own gratitude in your journal. And I wanted to give you 2 or 3 different ideas, 2 or 3 different resources, and our scriptures resource for the month. Sorry, I got to get this close, guys. You know my eyes. But I do have some very definitive plans as far as how I'm going to do it that I hope will be an encouragement to you as well. Okay, so before I toss that and throw it away, this is the one I'll keep, and I will, oops, I dropped my feather. I will use that for any kind of painting, gluing, because you have a resistant surface. It works very well. So, all right, let me put these up so I won't I'll quit dropping them. And then let me see if this is gonna fit. No, because I trimmed it. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna do this. Just gonna trim it down a little bit more. Yes. And another thing you can do is, the first thing I'm gonna do is just put this down here and then trim off. Okay. So I'll have that. And if you're going to add a piece, I thought about this a second ago, you should always add it at the bottom if you're going to clip a pin at the top, if that makes any sense. And another thing you can do is, my husband's sneezing down there. He's on a meeting, or I'd say bless you. And by the way, I'm not fussing about my husband. You know, what he went through was his journey, and it was not in any way easy. But he genuinely is still fighting the battle. And whereas I've moved on, the bills are significant. Even though we met our deductible, I don't understand how this is not being covered 100%. You know, so if you fold it down the middle, it just kind of makes it fit in there in your fold really easy. Okay, now, but we're trying to figure it out. And we did get, once we got home last week, again, more negotiation. The medication I have to take every day for the rest of my life is $900 a month. I know, $900 a month. Yes, you heard me right. And we're using coupons to get it down, and not using the insurance because it's $900. Insurance will not cover it. And it is the better of the two, though if you could see my pants right now, in the wee hours of the morning, I spilled it. It's liquid, and it got all over my navy pants, which I'll have to change anyways. I'm going to get a shower later. But my shower's later today because I have this with you guys, and then I have my ladies' Bible study that I haven't been to because I've been at doctor's appointments for the last 2 weeks. And, yeah, so there's that one. It's all done. Isn't that cute? Okay, this is just plain old contact paper. You can find it at the Dollar Tree. Contact paper, you find it at the Dollar Tree, Walmart, Amazon. Okay, this is going to be popped up. It could be flush. It is whatever you want to do. I'm going to pop mine up just for fun. And you also have holes here that were pre-cut because these were made for banners, vintage banners. And I thought they were just too cute for that. So what I'm going to do is take, and I'm sorry, I forgot about this, or I would have grabbed it earlier. I think, yeah, I gave you one long piece of ribbon, and I am just going to, if you have the kit, if not, you could get your own. And this is actually what came with the banners to hang them with. I know. So we're not reinventing the wheel here. We're just using what we have. Anyway, so there's that. But I am super excited to be back with these sweet, amazing Christian women that I learned so much from. And if you are not in a one-on-one Bible study, and this one I do on Zoom. I know, Zoom. So I am super grateful. I'm going to come to the side a little bit just because it doesn't have to be perfectly centered. And that's what I'm going to do. Okay, you know what? Let me do what I normally do because I don't have 10 fingers, or I don't have, 4 hands. I like to just tie it tight. So you can also put tape down and it will hold it. But this is kind of a wild ribbon because it's not a cloth ribbon. It's kind of a plasticky ribbon, if that makes any sense. So it's already been formed by the roll. And so what I'm trying to do is to tie it off. So hang with me, guys. Here we go. I'm better right-handed than left. Let me just be smart. Okay. Well, I think I'm better right-handed. But just tie a knot because this is going to be light tie. If you don't have an extra set of hands, and if it buckles a little bit, you can also come back and just pull it down a little bit and tape it. And you'll see me do that with the other in just a minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie one bow, and you can look at it, or I'm going to show you another alternative. So and I like them kind of short and sweet. And if you really don't want to lose this, you can double knot it, or you may have enough ribbon if you did it correctly, and I didn't, that you can tie double bows. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to double knot this so it will stay. And that's the easiest thing I can tell you as far as longevity, because this is a journal or a memory album, however you're using yours, or gratitude journal. So you want to be sure that you are doing it the best way for you. Okay. Now, you could even save these and use these. I know. Okay. So I think that is so sweet. So sweet, and I loved all of them. I thought they were all, it's just a deal and go. So I have no clue who gets what. It's just a deal and go. I used to try to think out, you know, different ways, but since this is just one solid cover, what I'm going to do is I am just going to come across here, and first I'm going to do is always start from the outsides in, so you have enough. All right, here we go. And then because it's outside a journal, I'm going to do it solid. So that's why everybody got a full roll. I don't like using it on the inside because it just makes a mess. I'm going to be honest, it's just messy. So, all right, there we go. So you saw me pull that down a little bit, and it'll pull it tighter on the front. Now, you may not want it tighter. You may want it loose. Do what works for you. It's not a big deal. Okay, so, all right, and to keep it even, all right, and then I have plenty to come back and do 2 more. And that was the whole goal, was to give you guys enough of this. And some of you have thinner, so you may have to spread it out because there were 3 different sizes in the packets. Actually, I think there were 6, but anyways. But, in what I had, so, that I was using, pulling from. So, but that's all I'm doing. I'm doing it pretty solid. There's a little bit left. And I'm good. So we did 2 covers with all this. I know. Now, if you're doing this at home, you can put whatever you want on the front of yours. You can put stickers. You can put, I mean, you could put nothing. You could just let the outside cover be that, and that's it. So don't feel like you have to do what I'm doing. I'm just giving you an example of when I put this together, when I curate these kits, this is how I'm envisioning it, if that makes any sense. Because I start with basic colors and then I kind of go from there. So, and so like right here, you may not see these colors in this, but I did. And they really complement each other. And of course, you know, gotta have that pink feel. So, because originally this was gonna be for October. So that's why I wanted something that had kind of a pink fallish feel. So, but that's okay because now we get to use it for our journaling. So our gratitude. So anyways, but what I want to say is that all these things will work out for good for those who know God, are called, you know, love God, called according to his purposes. And I know that all of these things are going to be fine. I was thinking through that. I've got this wonderful little devotional I picked up as we were driving home. Here we go. Let me show you. And it's something called Daily Words of Comfort. And it's a large print because, you know, my eyes. And it's just lovely. And I was going through it. It's just perpetual. It dates. And I was just reading it through. And God knows what our hearts need when we need it. And right now, I have to avoid stress. And yet there are those that continually add stress. And, you know, and then, you know, doctors are stressful. All this is silly, you know. So, I mean, I don't know why they make it hard when they're telling you, you need to, you know, curb your stress and do what it takes. And yet, it's not easy because they're bound to insurance. It's just one of those silly things, you know, that I get it. But it also means that I have to kind of wait, you know, and get things done when possibly, you know. So you could come back and use tape runner and attach that down. It's up to you. And I may do that, but for right now, for your time's sake, I'm not going to. And then I thought these were so sweet that I will take off the wire and put that on at the very end when I put it away on my shelf. So, yes. So there's my 2 ideas for covers. Now, again, you can come in, you can draw out your monthly. This is one of those Daiso calendars, very inexpensive. Only problem with it, they're 2-sided. So I had to pick, is it Daffy or is it Daisy? I chose Daffy. So anyways, and I just decided this will be my cover page. And then, yeah. So this one's the one that I'm going to kind of plan out in a little bit. And what I really thought this month, because I don't want to lose anything, I like all the decorative type fun stuff with this, is that I'm just going to fold it in half and put it down. Now, I thought I had tape runner out. I don't. That's what it's going to look like, okay? I also pulled some of these darling little stickers and some of these fun sayings. So I want to focus on So some of these say like, bravo, you rock, well done, you did it. I want that encouragement this month. I am every day working so hard to take back my home from being gone this summer, to all the construction that's going on around here. And then even once that construction takes place, there is so much work within the house. So I have been taking my, my main kind of household planner and drawing out, how I'm going to set all these there's 3 rooms that will be heavily affected, once all that happens. And I've just been planning and working and trying, that's one great thing, that when you don't have internet, there you go. So, right. Now, I wanted to show you that, and you can do it however you want. You also have tons of paper that you can come back in here, and I am going to do maybe something like that, but it's too light. So I'm going to go with something a little darker. Hang with me, guys. So I have lots of the light colored. Ooh, I kind of like that one. You also could just use plain old cardstock, but I'm going to save that. That's not bad. Ooh, I do like that. I think I'm going to go with this one. All right, I think I'm going to go with that. Similar, but different, right? Okay, so literally you just take it, fold it in half, and now when I come back in with my tape runner, I will do it just like that. And how easy peasy was that to get it centered, to get it in there, to have a calendar, etc. Now I can come around here and label 1 through 30 and then put like special events on those days, however you want to do it. Or you could drop that down and just come across the top and literally just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 through 15, and then 16 through 30, and then come back and put, however you want to do it. There's the fall stickers I'm going to use. Happy fall. And that's what I'm going to use. All right, so here's that. You can set up your weekly, and I'll also be putting some of those little affirmations in there and encouragements. Okay, guys, that gets us set up on the mechanics of it all. Now, I do want to remind you, don't use this. Save this to the end if you have a kit, and we are going to have fun with this. I just love things like this. So, all right, friends. Okay, I will be back with our gratitude portion, and that will be what we attribute to our Bible journaling for Fridays. So Mondays is our faith journal, Fridays is our Bible journaling, Wednesdays is our devotional. And I will talk more about this Wednesday because I have a doctor's appointment and it's in the city. So, but I just wanted you guys to see. Oh, by the way, guys, these are Dollar Tree. They're not the best. They're not going to last forever, but they last for a while, a good while. And some of these you just have for a long time, seriously. But aren't these the sweetest covers ever? I just think they're darling. And I hope you're enjoying this process. And don't forget, we're going to come back at the very end and add in our little sunflowers. Yes, and I'm just going to kind of do that for there. And on this one, I'm just going to, and you can even just do this one up underneath in between the tape. Isn't that cute? Oh, might do that. Yeah. So there you go. It's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. There's nothing major here. We're keeping it simple. And I think I've done this in is it 30 minutes? Yeah, a little over 30 minutes. So anyways, I'll be back. We'll get to the next part and I'll share that with you then. All right, guys, like, subscribe, share this with anyone. Tell me, have you already started your days of gratitude? Have you already deep dived in and already gotten started? Okay, if you have, yay. Kudos to you that have the kits. I'm thrilled. And all right, I'll be back. I love you guys. But as much as I love you, God loves you so much more. Keep serving him well and show him the gratitude for all your many blessings that are clearly from the Lord. I was listening to and reading an article this weekend about, just real quick, about seeing God in creation. It came from a very unusual resource. And I was just like, I remember having this argument with someone that was extended family who was a dyed-in-the-wool evolutionist. And I remember one time he called and he was a little worse for the wear. He'd had a little something to drink, and or a lot. And And he went on and said, of course, you can see there's a God because you can see it in the grass and you can see it in the trees and you can see it. And I remember later him telling me, no, I would never believe that. I'm a dyed-in-the-wool evolutionist. And I said, well, this is what you said to me when you called one time when we lived in this one town. And he was just like, I would never say anything like that. And I was like, okay, no problem. I totally get it. So, we have to determine what it is, and just right now is a time in the seasons that we see this incredible, like, painting from God's hands. Last night I was standing there doing dishes in the kitchen. I know, standing, it was tough. But, and I remember looking out and seeing this gorgeous pink sky and blue, and then the beautiful clouds and the barn and just all the stuff I was seeing and thinking, wow, God, he made this. He made this for creation. He made it for all of us, but he also made it for me to show up and see it. To see it that day. To be in the right place at the right time because he knew. I wanted to show you. Here's how it works. Everybody, if you got the kit, you got the little, oh goodness, this one has a little notch on it. Let's see, maybe it'll work like this. Anyways, these are the, oh yeah, just pull it apart. There we go. Okay, those are from Dollar Tree. And that was to support breast cancer awareness. So, all right, friends, I love you. Again, as much as I love you, God loves you so much more. Keep serving him well. And know that all these things happen for a reason. As we go through this month and we look at gratitude, Satan's going to attack big time. Because he doesn't want us to be grateful and he doesn't want us praying to God. And he wants every curmudgeon in our life to show up. I guarantee you. But we're just going to pray God's hedge of protection. So right now I'm going to stop. We're going to pray and then I'll come back. Okay? Dear Heavenly Father, we give you this time. Thank you for letting us be together. Thank you for this time that we could create a project that would hopefully bring glory and honor to you, that it would heal our hearts, it would teach us your ways, it would show us your blessings. And God, I pray right now that you would just put your hedge of protection around each and every person now and in the future who's hearing this video. As we go through a month of gratitude, we pray, God, that you would just bind Satan in the people that are around us, in the circumstances, in the situations, in our health. And God, I just want to be so thankful. I'm going to come back and share a little bit of happy mail I received and just somebody being very kind. I haven't opened it, so I thought I would just do a little third segment and open it. As long as it's something I can share. But if I can't share, then I won't share the video, but I will send it to the person who sent it to me to say thank you. And I'm just learning right now to be very grateful and thankful, and I'm just humbled. And I guess you're teaching me a whole lot right now. And we give this to you, God. And right now, as we learn these new things, Lord, protect our hearts, heal our hearts. Protect our minds, heal our minds. Protect our bodies, heal our bodies. And we just give you all of this, Lord. And we are grateful and thankful in the good and the bad. And we love you. And we hope that we are doing all in according to your purposes for our life. Jesus, we thank you and we love you. In your name I pray. Amen. Okay, friends, come on back. We'll go through the 30 days of gratitude. I am so excited because I've got some tremendous resources to share with y'all. Okay, guys, I'll talk to you in a minute. Or wait, let me check. I think I can get it done. Okay, I have to get to Bible study, so I got to look at my time. So what I may do is do the other in between, and then I'll come back later after Bible study. Okay, friends, I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Love y'all.